Nicolas Cage. No, that is not his real name. He has bought some crazy things in his life. He loves comics, and he was once the first choice for one of the major fantasy roles of all time. Now, let's dive into the life and times of Nicolas Cage. Big Lan!
Yes?
What is Nicolas Cage's real name?
Nicolas Cagiano.
No! 0 for 1. His real name is Nicolas Kim Coppola. He's the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola.
I knew that, damn it. I knew he was related to Francis Coppola.
Oh, tisk, tisk, tisk. 0 for 1. Here's number 2. How many times has Cage been married?
5 times.
Hey! Complete shot in the dark. But you knew all of those, didn't you, actually?
I did. You want me to name them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Elvis Presley's daughter.
She was the second marriage from 2002 to 2004.
First one was that one lady who lived in the USA.
Patricia Arquette was the first one. They married in 1995, divorced in 2001. So we have those are the first two. I don't think you're going to get these other ones.
No, I'm not.
Alice Kim from 2004 to 2016. So that was obviously a fairly lengthy marriage. Erica Koike, they married in 2019. They divorced in 2019. And Rico Shibata, they married in 2021, and they are still married to this day. So you, good sir, are 1 for 2 with maybe at least one bonus point in there for getting Lisa Marie Presley.
Of a bonus. Yep.
All right, here we go. Number 3. Where did Nicolas Cage get his stage name?
From his uncle.
Oh, come on. You know this. Mr. Comic Book.
Why, from Johnny Cage?
Well,
or Luke Cage?
Good God, man. Yes. So disappointing.
I said Johnny Cage. He played Mortal Kombat. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, which came out long after he had the nickname, or he had the name Nicolas Cage. So it was Marvel superhero Luke Cage. However, it was also composer John Cage. And the reason that he changed it is that he wanted to avoid any appearance of nepotism, because that's why he took his name away from Coppola, because he didn't want to be known as Francis Ford Coppola's nephew. All right, you're 1 for 3. Here's number 4. Cage once owned a 2-headed gopher snake. What was its name? Hint. Think comic books. It had 2 heads. It had 2 faces.
Was it Harvey Dent?
It was Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face.
2 heads.
I'll give you that one. 2 for 4. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's bought some weird stuff. We're gonna get to that here in just a second. Number 5. Who did Cage convince to become an actor back in the 80s? Your hint, think Tim Burton.
Johnny Depp.
Oh!
Yay.
3 for 5. So the story is a little bit nuts. They were playing Monopoly together. And Depp was still trying to make it as a musician, but Cage told him to try acting, to which Depp replied, quote, "I can't act." So Cage ended up setting him up with his agent. She sends Johnny Depp out on his first audition. That first audition was Nightmare on Elm Street, and he got the part.
Oh, he was in that movie.
He was. All right, you're 3 for 5. Here's number 6. What first edition comic did Cage purchase in 1997 for $150,000? Here's a hint. He almost played this character in a movie.
What, Action Comics #1?
Hey! Action Comics number 1.
150,000 is what he bought it for?
In 1997. That's the stats I got. Why, you think it should have been more back then?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm just not taking inflation into account.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
But again, if I got that wrong, put it down in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, so it was Action Comics number 1. Because remember, he was going to play Superman.
Yep, and Tim Burton's Superman.
And you've seen all the goofy footage of the outfit and the long hair, and it would have been awful, but I would have watched it.
You think it would have been awful, but it probably would have been the best Superman movie ever.
I think Henry Cavill has a bone to pick with you, sir. You like how I went with Henry Cavill and not Christopher Reeve?
I agree with Henry Cavill, though. I like Christopher Reeve a lot, though.
Yeah, this is true. He was a good man. Especially, he was a great Superman. All right, so it was Action Comics number 1, Superman. He has bought some crazy things. Nicolas Cage has. He outbid Leonardo DiCaprio for a $70 million dinosaur skull back in, I think it's 2007. There's a typo in here. I think it was either 07 or 08. The cost, $276,000. He also bought 2 king cobras named Moby and Sheba for $276,000. He ended up having to give them up because they kept attacking him and the neighbors complained. And then another crazy purchase of Nicolas Cage, he had a private island for $3 million, and he ended up buying luxury yachts worth $20 million to get him back and forth from the island. Jeez. It's good to be Nicolas Cage, right?
God.
All right, number 7. You got that one right. So you are 4 for 6. Here's number 7. Cage was the first choice for what major fantasy role? I do have a hint, but it definitely narrows it down if I give you the hint.
Well, I mean, the question is so broad.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, Aragorn?
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even need the hint. Yeah, Aragorn. Peter Jackson wanted him for the role, but Cage couldn't see himself spending 3 years away from his home, so he declined. Look at you. Look at you. Knew it. You knew that. All right, 5 for 7. Here we go. Number 8. And it is the final question. An antiques dealer once auctioned off proof Nicolas Cage is what for $1 million? It was a photograph. He was auctioning it off for $1 million, and he claimed that this was proof that Nicolas Cage is a
Republican.
No.
Oh.
A vampire.
Why? What was the picture of?
So, Seattle antiques dealer Jake Mord dug up an old Civil War photo of a man that looks like Nicolas Cage. So he posted it on eBay for $1 million. Eventually, he would reduce the price to $200.
$5. Oh.
200. I mean, you're on the right path right there. And you can find that photo online. And yeah, it's a guy that looks a lot like Nicolas Cage. But one of the things that kind of happened around the turn of the century into like 2010s is that a lot of the actors around Nicolas Cage's age, through diet and surgeries and all the things that make you continue to look young, people are starting to wonder, are they vampires? Like, what the hell is going on here? So this guy found this photo from Civil War of this guy that looks like Nicolas Cage, but that's really all it was. But congratulations, Big Lan. I believe you went 6 for 8. Or no, you missed that last one. I think you missed the last, so you went 5 for 8. But yeah, no, it's still about 50%. You got Aragorn. Yeah. And you got the bonus question for Lisa Marie Presley. So Lan gets the big victory, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Give him a congratulations in the comments down below. And make sure you're also clicking that like. If you want to support the channel, that's the easiest, best way that you can help support us is by clicking that like button down there. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed as well, because we're posting all kinds of new content all the time. And if there's ever something that you want a video on, whether that's one of these videos that I do with Lan, or it's one of the sort of just standard trivia videos that I do as well, where it's just got 10 trivia questions, put them in the comments. Let us know what it is that you guys want videos on.